Yes, what you said may have been valid, but did you say it because you own another league of the WNBA PA and you co-founded a rival competitors league? As the days have worn on, people are becoming more and more aware of the conflict of interest. You don't know business if you think another professional basketball league is not a rival of the WNBA. Came out with a prepared statement and proceeded to scorch the WNBA commissioner, calling for new leadership.
Nafisa Collier just did what almost no star player has ever done. She publicly called out her own league boss. And then she canceled their meeting. Why would the WNBA's vice president suddenly pull out of talks right when the league's stability is on the line? In the next few minutes, we're breaking down what really sparked this breakdown of trust and why her comments could push the WNBA dangerously close to a lockout. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world.
It's getting spooky for Cathy Engelbert in the house right now.
Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage.
At first, nothing about Napheesa Collier's interview sounded strange. She was talking about her role as a player rep and how the league could grow. But then, fans caught something off. She mentioned a private conversation with WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. That line turned what looked like a normal interview into a full-on controversy. In professional sports, conversations about the collective bargaining agreement are supposed to stay private.
Engelbert's press conference Friday, quote, pushed the relationship beyond repair, be impacted and benefited by a CBA lockout. If you're a vice president for the WNBA PA, you need to swallow your pride and sit down and have this meeting. You made this personal. Are there ulterior motives here?
Player reps are trained to keep those talks behind closed doors to protect trust between both sides. Once that boundary is crossed, it's hard to repair. What made people react so fast was what Collier claimed Engelbert said about Caitlin Clark. That single example gave her comments extra bite online. It sounded like a leak of something that should never have left the room. Engelbert's response came soon after. She denied ever saying what Collier described, and that made things worse.
Now, we saw Cathy Engelbert come out and she said, look, I never said those things about Caitlin Clark.
There's a lot of inaccuracy out there through social media and all this reporting.
Basically calling Collier a liar.
Obviously, a lot of reporting, a lot of inaccuracy about what I said or what I didn't say. And I will tell you, I highly respect the players.
Now fans were debating who to believe, the player they trust or the commissioner who runs the league. Social media split in two. Some said Collier showed courage, finally exposing what really happens in executive meetings. Others said she crossed a professional line and risked damaging everything the players had been working for. The debate spread quickly because it hit a nerve. How much transparency is too much? The same issue caused drama years ago when an NBA player publicly revealed details from a team owners meeting. That leak forced leaders to rework how internal notes were shared.
The whole high school girl, she said shit is killing this league. Well, there's all kinds of unprofessional crap. Cathy can be many things fans of basketball don't like. But this breakdown wasn't a result of her essentially calling Fee a liar. Fee broke the unspoken rule of confidentiality when she repeated a conversation on national TV. It was because she had to make that assertion because of Fee's prior comments.
Inside the WNBA, the tension grew fast. Reports started hinting at canceled meetings, players skipping calls, and small groups whispering about a possible lockout. Then Engelbert reportedly said her relationship with Collier was pushed beyond repair. That's not the kind of phrase used lightly. If that bond was really broken, what would make Collier walk away from a chance to fix it face-to-face? Before anyone could move on from the leak drama, a new issue dropped like a weight. Napheesa Collier wasn't just a player. She was also one of the founders of Unrivaled.
Napheesa Collier is losing favor with fans. Well, I guess Collier's all up in her feelings. She had a scheduled meeting with Cathy Engelbert, and now she's canceled it. They're starting to have an issue with her being the messenger and her massive conflict of interest.
A new women's basketball league set to launch in the offseason. On paper, the idea sounded perfect. Unrivaled would give players another chance to earn income, build their brand, and keep fans engaged year-round. It promised more games, better pay in the offseason, and a fresh style of marketing focused on storytelling and player control. Fans called it a big step for women's basketball growth. But soon, questions started piling up. Collier's leadership position in the WNBA Players Association made things complicated. League insiders felt she was wearing two hats, one representing players negotiating with the commissioner, the other running a potential rival league. That raised red flags fast. Owners could see it as a direct conflict of interest when talks about future salaries or revenue sharing came up.
Collier should be banned from the WNBA as long as she has interest in Unrivaled. Just as I suspected, Collier's getting destroyed here. If I'm NBA owners, I'm like, I'm to the players' PA, you remove those two because they own another league. You didn't like what the commissioner had to say in retort, so now you've taken it personally.
Every time Collier spoke on behalf of the union, critics wondered if she was really protecting the WNBA's future or trying to give her new league leverage. This kind of overlap had caused chaos before. In the past, athletes in other leagues who took business roles outside their teams ended up facing scrutiny from ownership groups. It blurred lines between player advocacy and personal gain. Unrivaled looked innovative but risky in that same way. Some fans jumped to defend her, saying she was doing what entrepreneurs are supposed to do, build something new instead of waiting for permission. Others saw it as bad timing, claiming the optics were terrible while the league faced negotiation turmoil. Then the whispers started again. Leadership shakeups, players disagreeing behind the scenes, even early talk of a lockout returning. Collier's canceled meeting turned from a scheduling move into a symbol. Was she standing up for her beliefs? Or did she just make it harder for her own league to move forward? And if this standoff continues, how long before fans start walking away too? The WNBA's mess isn't just about Napheesa Collier canceling a meeting. It's about how much trust still exists between players, owners, and leadership. Analysts say the next CBA talks could decide everything. Some think the NBA owners might even use this soap opera vibe and unprofessional crap to their advantage. Fans see a league trying to grow while fighting itself from the inside. So was Collier's move courage or carelessness? Every decision now tests the league's image. Is this moment the wake-up call that forces evolution, or the spark that finally pushes it right to a lockout?